Welcome. Here is a rundown of war in Ukraine. U.S. will not provide F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. The U.S. has ruled out sending F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine, Joe Biden has said. Ukrainian officials have been stepping up their calls for Western allies to send them warplanes to help their fight against Russian forces. Earlier, French President Emmanuel Macron said his country hadn't ruled out sending the jets to Ukraine, but added that certain conditions would need to be met before the move could be taken. It came after Ukraine's most senior presidential advisor said Poland has given positive signals that it could be willing to send the jets. British Army failing in areas needed to fight war in Ukraine. The British Army is failing in all areas it needs to successfully fight a war in Ukraine, a former NATO official says. Ex-NATO Deputy Supreme Commander of Europe, General Sir Richard Shuref, says an assessment by a U.S. general, who told the Defense Secretary the Army is no longer top tier, is absolutely right. He explains that while the people who serve in the British Army are second to none, that's not enough to make it a supreme fighting force. To be fighting fit, an army needs more than really good people, he says. It's got to have equipment, enough of it, and it's got to be modern and suited to the needs of 21st century warfare. It's got to have logistics, ammunition, and the capability to really dig deep to fight the kind of wars we are seeing in Ukraine. In all those areas it is failing. And Canada's lawmakers adopt motion to designate Wagner Group as terrorist entity. Canada's House of Commons voted on January 30th to designate Russia's mercenary Wagner Group as a terrorist entity. The designation, which is largely symbolic, follows the United States' move last week to designate Wagner as a significant transnational criminal organization. In Canada, the Wagner Group is on the sanctions list under the Special Economic Measures Act. The motion was put forward by NDP lawmaker Heather McPherson and received unanimous consent. It asks the Liberal government to immediately designate the group as a terrorist entity. Given reports of human rights abuses and attacks on civilians in Ukraine and other parts of the world by the Russian-supported Wagner Group, the House called upon the government to immediately designate the Wagner Group as a terrorist entity, McPherson's motion reads.